Today we are going to be looking at logarithm, the rules of logarithm. If we have log m into base n, that we can see that this m is always our number, then this n is always our base. So let's take a look at the first rule. That's rule of addition. That's addition rule. So let's take a look at addition rule. Addition rule: if we have log m into base x, now our base is in base x now, then we have plus another log n into base x also. Now we can see that we are having the same base. Now that will equal to, then we are going to be having log mn into base x. That will give us, which means we are going to multiply the two numbers together, then we are going to pick one of the base. So the addition rule will give us this. So let's take a look at the second rule. That's rule of subtraction. That's subtraction rule. Subtraction rule: if we have log m into base x minus log n into base x, now we are having subtraction in between the log, so we can see that we are having the same base. So we are going to be having log m divided by n, then into base x, which means subtraction goes with division. We are going to divide the number. That's m divided by n. That's for subtraction. So the third rule, we'll be looking at power rule. So when we are looking at the power law, the power rule says if we have log m into base x, then this m, which is our number, is having power of n, then that will equal to, which means this n is going to move to the back, so that we'll be having n into log m, then base x. That's for power rule. The n is going to move to the back so that we can have this. So this is equal to this. So let's take a look at the fourth rule. The fourth rule says, so the fourth rule is the rule of power of the base. Power of the base. That's the fourth rule. Power of the base. If we have log m into base x, then the x is having power of n. This n is going to move to the back to give us 1 over this n. Then we have log m into base x, which means if the base is having power, when the power move from here to this side, it's going to turn to the inverse of it, of that power. So the fifth rule is reciprocal rule. reciprocal rule. The reciprocal rule, if we have log m into base n into base x, log m into base x, the reciprocal rule is going to equal to 1 over log x then into base m, which means this m is going to turn to base, then this x is going to turn to number, but we are going to be having 1 over the base. So number 6, we are going to be looking at change of base. If we have log m into base n, let's say for instance we are having base n now, change of base, that will equal to log m. Now that we are having change of base, so we'll be having base x all over log n into base x. When we are dealing with change of base, we need to note that the base, after changing it, or we can also write it in form of this, which we can be having log m over log n. The base is always in base 10. We need to take note, is always in base 10, which means this x is representing base 10. Number 7, we are looking at logarithm to its own base. Logarithm to its own base, which means if we have log m into base m, this will equal to 1. So the next one, we are looking at logarithm of 1. If we have log 1 into base x, this will equal to 0, which means anytime we are having our number as 1, it will always equal to 0. No matter what the base is, it will always equal to 0. So that's everything about logarithm of 1. So let's take a look at example. So let's take a look at example 1. If we have log 4 into base 10 plus log 25 into base 10. So we can see that we are having addition in between the logarithm, and the rules of addition says if we have log m into base x plus log n into base x is going to equal to, which means we are going to pick one of the log, then the number, we are going to multiply them together, then we are going to pick one of the base, because we can see that we are having the same base. So we can see that we are having the same base, so that we'll be having, that will equal to log, we are going to multiply these two numbers together, that will give us 4 times 25, then the same base, we pick one of the base, so that will give us log. When we multiply it, we are going to be having 100 into base 10. From here, we can use different rules to solve it, but the one I'm going to be using now, we are going to be using the power rule. And before we can use the power rule says if we have log into log m and having power of n into base x, that will equal to, which means we are going to bring in this power to the back, then we'll be having log m into base x. So from here we need to turn this 100 to exponential, and to do that we'll be having log 10 into having power of 2, that will give us 100, then we are going to be having base 10. So we are to use power rule. These 2 we need to move it to the back, so that we'll be having 2 into log 10 into base 10, and we can say that from here this will give us 1, so that we'll be having 2 times 1, so that will give us 2. Thank you for watching. You can watch our next video for more example.